Today I want to talk about the book that I read recently, book by Greek author Alki Zei, Wildcat Behind the Glass. It's one of the best books in the genre. This is classified as the middle grade novel, but I think it could be and should be read by adults. It's a book about dictatorship. This is the book for children to tell them about the dictatorship and to tell them about how life is when you live under authoritarianism. It's written for children from the perspective of a child. That childish narration, the way the character tells this story, is absolutely amazing. As a written text, as a writing technique, is absolutely amazing work. How the world is described is very much consistent with the tone and language of the character, because main character is Melia, and she tells about the summer and her family while they're on one of the islands in Greece. We start off as summer holiday adventures, and slowly she makes the observations and tells us how the dynamics is changing in the town, in the village, between the family members. She overhears some words. One day, first time she heard her grandfather, who is very well read and very educated person, and he's anti-autocracy and anti-dictatorship. He screams at great aunt Despina, and she's like, this is the first time that I heard that my grandfather was screaming at someone. These kind of little moments are introduced to demonstrate how this political situation in country has impact on the family dynamics. Explores the world around her, her friends, what they are saying, what is the relations between the neighbors, all that stuff. Then when her father comes to the village and says that we cannot talk about this or talk about that or mention this or mention that because he might lose the job at the bank, she finds two kittens. She names one of them Democracy, and she loses her in the streets, and she's out standing by her door, and she's calling out democracy, democracy, and her father grabs her by the arm and drags her into the house because people don't know that she's calling her kitten, or she's like making some kind of political statement by yelling democracy, and she doesn't understand what's going on. She has no idea. Narrative naiveness of the child is not lost while she's talking about all of these very serious topics that is going on in Greece. It's classified as a middle grade novel, but I would recommend every adult to read it. As someone who comes from the country which had a lot of systems to this day, right now, which in Georgia, I live in the United States, but in my country, a lot of my family, my friends, they are dealing with the same situation which is described in this book. The activation and the power consolidation of the authoritarianism and dictatorship. This is very much familiar, and you will see that a lot of similarities, what's going on here, there, anywhere. It's very easy read again, but very interesting, very deep, very naive in terms of how the child perceives these changes and political situation, yet very deep because you can read between the lines and what story is being told to you through this book. If you have read it, please share your opinion in the comments. Please subscribe. Most of the time when I'm discussing the books, I do not do the recaps of the book. Most of the times I just want to share what the feelings I got